F1 Off Topic.
Third time's a charm, am I right?
Oh, good. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see.
Maybe. Yeah, this is our third attempt at recording this.
Yeah, we've had some technical difficulties.
I'm sure neither of those problems were either of our faults, right?
No, I know that it wasn't my fault.
Well, it could have been your fault.
But
I don't know how.
I didn't do anything.
Definitely more likely my fault.
I don't even touch the computer.
That's true. I don't let him touch the computer.
Nope.
No, he's not allowed to.
Joe's a control freak.
Yes, I am.
Ask Alicia.
Yes. Inappropriate.
Just saying.
So this race this weekend.
Well, let's talk about the most important thing first.
Oh, what's that? That you got married?
Jake got married.
Because no one cares.
Me, I got married.
Actually, a lot of people care.
A lot of people care.
Yeah, I bet.
Thank you for that tweet. That was very sweet of you.
What tweet?
Saying that the podcast might be a little bit late this week because we were really busy.
The tweet that you made?
Yeah, it was really funny because Katie was like, "Oh man, that was so sweet of Joe to post that tweet," and I said, "Yeah, that was me."
Well, I was getting ready to post it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, I'm serious
Mm-hmm.
because it's Monday and usually the podcast comes out on Monday, and or whenever that was.
Yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday, and so I got on there, and I'm like, "Oh, look, Jake tweeted 30 minutes ago."
Oh, nice.
Nice, perfect. I don't have to do it now.
I saw. I was like, well, he hasn't done it now because he doesn't care about me.
No,
so.
I do care.
No, you do. Joe was my flower girl and one of my groomsmen, and let's just say he absolutely killed it. So when we get some video of that, we will...
Are we going to post that?
Oh, we're going to post it.
That's
post
fine.
a video of him being the flower girl. It was great.
Yeah.
Joe did a great job.
It was epic.
It was fun.
The wedding was epic. I haven't seen the video of me, so I can't give myself a grade yet. But knowing myself, it was probably pretty fucking good.
It was very good.
Yeah.
Confetti everywhere.
Confetti, yeah.
People were loving it. People were laughing.
Mm-hmm. I kissed a random girl in the crowd.
Yeah.
That was pretty hot. She seemed to enjoy it.
Yeah, there was some tongue in there. I saw it.
There was a little tongue.
I can't believe she was that into it.
Yeah.
She kind of stole the whole show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I tried. Yeah.
Well, you did good.
During the wedding, or actually right before the wedding, was qualifying.
Yes.
Yeah. So I was while waiting to do the wedding, there's a whole bunch of hustle and bustle going on, and people are like, "Hey, can you help with this?" I'm like, "No, I'm busy. I'm watching Formula One." So that's what I did before the wedding. I was hoping that you were able to relax like that too before the wedding.
Yeah, kind of. Not really.
Not really.
I was kind of running around finishing stuff up. I don't even know if I would say finishing stuff up, but I was like one place or another.
Oh yeah.
Had to talk to a lot of people.
Yeah. Well, people matter.
Some people matter.
Yeah.
Not all people. Well, all people matter.
Mm-hmm.
Not all people matter to me.
Yeah. So Jake didn't get to watch qualifying.
I did not. But Joe showed me the results, and holy cow, what a qualifying.
Yeah, his jaw hit the floor.
Actually,
so it was really weird because, they're like, hey, 30 seconds Jake until you walk out the door. Jake's like, okay, postpone 35, 40 seconds. I got to know what happened in qualifying.
Yep.
So the wedding was postponed a whole 30 or 45 seconds just so I could show Jake that. And I think it was worth waiting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it was good stuff.
Alonso P2 for the qualifying was pretty wild.
That was wild.
Yeah, it was a wild qualifying. I don't know. I know you didn't watch it, so
Sorry, I only had like the biggest day of my life going on.
Well, I mean, there's certain things that are more important. The tens of fans that we have.
True.
Those people matter more than
biting their nails.
Yeah, they're on the edge of their seat waiting for this thing to come out.
Yes.
So we got to make sure that we're up to date on our knowledge at all times.
Yep.
But it was a pretty wild qualifying as far as the weather. It was really, really wet. It's fun watching them in the wet.
Yeah. Oh, yes, it is.
Oh, yeah. Sopping wet everywhere.
The wet's the best part.
The wet's the best part, yeah.
The funny thing that came out of qualifying with Alonso being P2, though, that I saw was the fact that Alonso has never started on the grid next to Verstappen, but he has started 4 races alongside Max's dad, Jost.
So, wow, that's crazy. So, Fernando has been around a long-ass time now.
I thought it was Fernando.
What did I say? Fernando. I mean, it's just,
It's like non-bred Fernando.
Fernando Alonso.
Fernando.
Yeah, we're getting into our...
Fernando Alonso.
So, okay, so this is something that would... So how long was the gap, I wonder, between when he was next to Jos and next to Max? Because it's probably 20 years.
20?
That's what I'm trying... I'm
Wow.
looking that up right now, because I do not know when he retired from F1. But
I mean, that's a long time.
But he wasn't good. Oh, his last year was in a 03. So, yeah, that's got to be at least 19 years.
No.
What?
Oh, okay. What you're saying from when he started next to Jost and then
Yep.
Jost?
There's no T. It's Jos. Jos Verstappen.
Oh, Jos.
Jos Verstappen.
Jos.
Jos Verstappen. So, yeah, it's got to be at least like 19 years. Been a long
Wow.
time. Been a long time. 19 years. Yeah. So...
With what, a 2-year retirement for Alonso? Or was it just 1 year?
2 or 3 years, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, still, the fact that he came back and he's racing against this guy's kid. That's like,
Right.
that's like, what's their buckets? The baseball players that play together, father and son.
Ken Griffey?
Ken Griffey Jr.
Yeah. There's other... I'm sure there's other baseball players that have played together.
Cal Ripken and Cal Ripken Jr. maybe?
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
There's NFL players, right?
Father and son?
Mm,
Dude, no way.
in NFL? I thought there was
In the
one.
NFL?
So, I thought there was one recently.
No.
No? Okay.
I mean, maybe, but I seriously doubt it.
That's pretty tough, right? Now, Tom
Yeah.
Brady. Tom Brady could have if he had kids young enough. But his kids are still pretty young.
Yeah, they're quite young.
They're quite young, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if the Ripkins played together. They might have. No. Okay, they didn't.
How big was the gap?
I don't know. He coached him. His dad coached him, though.
Oh. Yeah, that's yeah.
That's cool, though.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. Yeah. So LeBron James will probably play with this kid.
Yeah, he said he's not retiring until
He should retire.
his kid gets to play with him on the same team.
Mm-hmm. On the same team?
Yep.
That's not going to happen.
Oh, yes, it will.
That's not going to happen.
He's LeBron James.
So?
So it'll happen.
I doubt it.
Dude, he runs every team that he plays on.
I
He's the
know.
coach of every team.
I know.
He chooses who's on his team,
Yes.
and they make it happen.
Yeah.
You know why?
Because he's LeBron James.
Because he can't say no to LeBron.
You see that he is now he's a billionaire now.
Yep, first athlete to ever be a
No.
billionaire while actively playing the
First
sport.
active NBA player to become a billionaire. Because Michael Jordan became a billionaire at some point. And then, like, 2 days later, Tiger Woods became a billionaire as well.
Wow.
So, although Tiger Woods had already been a billionaire once, then got divorced,
Yep.
and then recently became a billionaire again.
And he could have had even more money if he went and played on the LIV tour.
Yeah. Yeah, a ridiculous amount of money.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, that was a little tangent. So, yeah, Alonso qualified P2. Did not finish P2.
Nope.
No. He had some motor problems. during the
P6
race.
though, right? Or
So,
P7.
P7, but then he got a 5-second penalty for swerving the dick bag.
Wow.
And he ended up coming in 9th.
Oh no.
Yeah, but Zhou Guan Yu got 8th, and he had a really good. So Zhou Guan Yu had never raced at this circuit, and then Friday and Saturday were basically all wet, so he had very little
experience.
very little on track experience, and if it wasn't for that late safety car, he would have finished ahead of Bottas too, his teammate.
Well, good job, Joe.
So yeah, that was probably. I mean, he was really fast in Baku as well, but had troubles. So, but it's good to see him do well. Other than that, Hamilton, P3.
P3.
What? You see, he's like, I feel like a kid again, being on the podium.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's so good.
it's like, oh no, you haven't been on the podium in like 8 races. You poor guy.
It was kind of nice to see him on the podium, though.
Was it really?
Yeah.
I mean, there's some people who go, their entire career without ever being on the podium, and then Hamilton's over here like, oh yeah, I was losing motivation and
Well,
yeah.
I could see that.
Could you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine being a NFL player, okay,
Mm-hmm.
and you started quarterback all the time,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden you don't get to start anymore, and then you get to start again.
No, I get it. It's just like, oh wow, you've been, you've lacked so much success. You just haven't had any, just I don't know.
Right.
It's a
I
little
see what
much.
you're saying.
Notice how his back didn't hurt him this week though.
Well, duh. Why would it?
Oh, well, I don't know.
It helps when you're doing well.
Right. Yeah, that does help. Yeah, speaking of not doing well, Perez did not do well. Poor guy.
Yeah. Another retirement for a Red Bull.
Another retirement for Red Bull.
Think they're going to figure out their reliability issues? I mean, they seem to have figured it out with Max's car.
Right. Yeah.
Knock on wood.
Yeah, I think they're fine. So far, every driver from the top two teams, so Max, Perez, Leclerc, and Sainz have all each had 2 retirements this year. So really, they're all even.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah.
Max is out there killing it.
Max is out there killing it. Yeah. Yeah.
Just, you know what was fun though to watch was Sainz following Max.
Yeah. I think Sainz had a shot at winning if that safety car would not have came out. Because he wasn't pitting again. He only pitted because that safety car was coming out. So I kind of wish that we would have saw that. I think most likely Verstappen still does get him. But, I mean, the Ferrari was the faster car this weekend. Just
not fast enough.
Well, not fast enough. Being the fastest car and being fast enough to pass are 2 different things. This is the first time this year that the Red Bulls and the Ferraris seem to be equal on straight line speed. Or this weekend, last week, kind of. I mean, we saw, not last week, 2 weeks ago in Baku, we saw then that Verstappen really wasn't able to pass Leclerc there. So I think maybe things have changed now, where earlier on in the year the straight line advantage was enough for the Red Bulls to sneak ahead. It seems like Ferrari's fixed that problem. Of course, it also seems that they've lost some downforce in the traction areas, because although Sainz was close going into the hairpin, he was never close enough to even attempt to try to get a pass by. So.
Right.
Yeah.
And it was funny because earlier in the race, the announcers were saying how they thought the DRS was too strong.
Yeah.
And then
yeah, you get the end where it doesn't seem strong enough. But I don't think, passes shouldn't be easy. So I'm okay with Sainz not being able to pass. Those 2 cars are obviously very close to equal. So it makes sense that it's tough for them to pass.
But just really fun to watch Sainz follow that closely, because I knew what the outcome was. I knew that Max won before I watched it. But if I hadn't have seen it and watching Sainz follow him that closely, I would have thought that he probably would have got him by the end.
Yeah, see, the difference on the tires wasn't enough, because there was only like 6 or 7 laps difference on the age of tires.
Right.
To me, that's not enough. Not with hard tires.
No, yeah. When they're like, oh, well, Sainz has got much fresher tires. I was like, they're like 4 laps or 6 laps fresher. Like,
yeah, it would.
Is that really that much?
It was like, even if you got like 10 laps, I think there might have been more of a chance.
Because they always say that those hard tires, they take longer to break in.
Right.
So, okay, so he's got 6 laps. So if it takes him 2 to 3 laps to break those tires in, you're now down to a 3-lap difference. Is 3 laps really going to make that big of a difference? No, I don't think so.
No,
not unless
typically.
Not unless you both have been running for 50 laps, and your tires are 3 laps better or 3 laps newer because you're on lap 47.
Right. In hindsight, I think Ferrari might have played their cards a little differently and put him out there on maybe medium or soft tires, but they didn't realize because the safety car ended up being 5 or 6 laps. So there only ended up being like I think 15 or 16 laps to the end of the race.
Something like that. Yeah, it wasn't a lot.
Some softer tires probably would have really helped Sainz win that race, or get a chance of doing it, or at least give him enough chance to get ahead of Verstappen, and then try to stay ahead of him as the tires wore out and went back to the hards that Verstappen had. But hindsight's 20/20. So
Yeah. Which, speaking of safety cars, what did you think about Alonso not pitting under either of the first two virtual safety cars?
Well, they were clearly not being aggressive. They knew that they couldn't race with the Red Bulls and the Ferraris. I think they pretty much stated at one point that their goal was to try to stay ahead of Leclerc. But it sounded like Alonso ended up having a power unit issue, so it was quite slow towards the end of that race, which was kind of depressing. I was kind of hoping that he'd put in a good fight for something at least, but wasn't to be.
No. Which, I guess, speaking of reliability issues, yet again we have a Ferrari-powered car retire in Mick Schumacher's Haas.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember. Did they kind of... I think the Perez one, it sounded like it was a transmission problem.
Yep.
I don't remember on the...
I don't know if they ever even said...
Or they said what or anything, yeah.
Did they say it was Schumacher? I'm not sure.
I think they did, so... I guess we don't know. Could be a Ferrari-related issue again, or could just be a big something else. I really felt bad for Magnussen because
oh my gosh, I know
they gave him the old meatball flag, and I don't quite get that. I mean, there's been plenty of damaged end wings in the past that have never been shown the technical flag like that, but he did, and the last race, Tsunoda's car had half the rear wing.
Yeah, they duct taped it.
Yeah, duct taped together, and they allowed him back up there. I mean those end wing plates don't ever. There's not enough material there to cause any serious damage to anything, and you always see them damaged and people driving around. So I was surprised by that. I mean, I think Magnussen lost out on points probably because of that.
Yeah.
That's a...
I mean, he was in P6, and then when he pitted, came out P20. So he's in dead last. Oof. And it apparently...
He finished 17th, yeah.
It looks like it was a power unit issue.
Power unit issue, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so sounds like another Ferrari problem.
Another Ferrari engine problem.
Yeah. Speaking of that, though, so Leclerc now has an extra fresh turbo, electrical unit, a couple other things in his car, and he has an extra one basically in his set now for the rest of the year. But I would not be surprised. I think this year, because they're only supposed to be using 3 motors for the entire season.
Right.
So I think it's pretty much guaranteed that every driver will have to take at least 1 grid penalty.
Yeah.
I think they're all planning for that. But I think there's probably a pretty good chance that Ferrari's going to have to take another penalty at some point with their drivers.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I mean, was this race 9? We do this every single week.
Yeah, I think this is race 10, actually. I think.
Nope. It was race 9.
Race 9, okay.
Because 10 is going to be Great Britain.
Great Britain. Okay.
Yay.
Yeah. So, yeah, they got a long ways to go.
Yes, they do.
And especially since they already have a couple motors that have crapped out on them. It's not like they have those motors. Like the one I know from Baku, there was no saving whatsoever. It's completely done. So they can't even... Because usually what will happen is they will take the motor, even if it's had some damage or whatever, they'll rework it and do what they can, and then they'll use it in practice sessions. Yeah, they're not going to do that with that one. So you're probably going to see them take another penalty. I imagine you're going to see a lot of teams take penalties at Spa and Monza, two places that you can pass somewhat easily. I mean, I believe I said it in last week's preview podcast that I wouldn't be surprised to see Ferrari take a penalty in Canada because it would be an easy place to pass. And Leclerc made some pretty good progress. Didn't quite. I was hoping he'd kind of get up there a little bit closer to maybe hassle the Mercedes, but the Mercedes looked decent this weekend. So
they did.
Yeah,
wasn't too bad to watch.
What, Mercedes?
Just in general. I mean, okay, one sec. Is it just okay? Maybe I'm completely oblivious and just haven't noticed Mercedes this year. Has their car always been that color? Has it been silver this whole time?
No, the last 2 years it's been black.
Yeah. So is it silver this year?
Yeah, it's been silver all this year.
Wow. I just noticed that.
Well, I mean, you noticed it before. You just didn't really pay attention, I'm sure.
Probably.
Because it's been silver this whole year.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it was silver up until 2020. It's always been silver. And then in 2020, the I think it was part of the Black Lives Matter thing. They went to the black livery. So, do they still have the black jumpsuits, though?
Yes.
Racing suits?
And that was the other reason. I was like, why? Okay, they're all wearing black jumpsuits except for the one guy in that green, whatever color, blue-green. And so I was like, oh, so maybe they were just doing something special for this weekend. Which I didn't know why that they'd be doing something for the Canadian, but
I do think those black fire suits look good.
I bet they are super hot.
Oh, I bet they are. Yeah, speaking of super hot, thanks for making me wear a suit in 100 degrees for 35 minutes.
You're welcome.
I don't know how long it was, but it was 10 minutes too long.
I don't know how long it was either.
Not in a bad way.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, it was just like...
It was hot.
It was hot. It was hot.
Oh, excuse me.
If I wouldn't have been in the wedding, I would not have went.
Yeah, okay.
You don't believe me?
No.
Okay, you're right.
Yeah, I know.
I would joke about it.
You'd still would have came.
Yeah, I still would have came.
Because you're that good of a friend.
Well, I don't know about good, but I am a friend.
You are that friend. The other thing that I found interesting with Mercedes was when Russell was on the radio saying that he believed that, a Mercedes could be on the podium. And maybe my translation from it was wrong, but it seemed like he was saying, no, I'm not going to hold up Hamilton if he can get up here and pass me. And then later on they said, George won't hold you up, Lewis, if you can get up there.
Right. Well, I think they were on...
different strategies.
Were they on different strategies?
Yes, they were.
Okay. Yeah.
They're in different strategies. But still, team player,
Yeah, yeah. Well, I saw... and I like to see that. And now... it's one thing when you're battling for third or fourth, another thing when you're battling for the win or whatever. But I did see that, like, Sainz after the race said, he wants to see Ferrari win, if that means whatever he's got to do to help Charles, or he thinks he can win the championship, or Charles can. If he needs to help him, he will. So that's good to see, and I think, they need to be working together. None of this Lando crap where you're just, crying on the radio for 30 minutes.
Funny.
Yeah. Well, hey, he's the one that cried.
I know.
He's the one that cried.
He didn't cry.
Well,
he whined.
He whined. He definitely whined.
He whined a little bit.
He whined. Oh, well.
Which, speaking of Lando, McLaren and their pit stops this weekend, oh my gosh, abysmal.
Yeah,
that was terrible. They didn't even have the tires out. And then, what my favorite part was? When he's sitting there and they realize they don't have the tires, the one guy just, slowly walking over. Like he wasn't in a rush. He just started walking towards the garage.
Yeah, Norris finished 15th.
Yeah, his race was ruined.
Yeah, well, that got cut out because they messed up Ricciardo's tires too.
Yes. And then they put the wrong ones on Lando's car.
And they put the wrong ones on Lando's, and then they had to fix it. Yeah, that's a rough one. I mean, rough for both of them. Danny didn't even get in the points.
No, he ended up 11th.
Finished. Stroll got 1 point. Look at him.
Whoa. The Canadian boy.
Yeah.
I wonder how the other Canadian guy did.
Latifi? Come on, we know better than that.
Yeah, I know. Did you see at one point Latifi was 40 seconds behind the guy in front of him? He was so far back, it wasn't even funny.
In different zip code?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty crazy.
He was running in dead last. The guy in front of him, he was 40 seconds behind.
Wow.
How do you stick with that? How do you stick with a driver like that?
Well, I mean, the rumor mills are turning.
I know, but good heavens.
I haven't heard anything yet, so.
That's terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, Sainz even got the fastest lap there.
Yes, he did.
He got 1 extra point.
You know who else was having a good race?
Who's
and didn't pan out?
What's that?
Yuki.
Yeah, Yuki. Well, he started at the back.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't finish. What happened to him? Oh, he crashed.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
Tires are too cold.
Yeah, right. That was kind of a little bit embarrassing. He was going fast until he crashed.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was doing well.
Yeah.
Up until he wasn't.
Yeah. I was like, how do you crash there? And then they show the replay. I'm like, oh, okay. That's still odd.
He went straight.
Yeah, the car did not turn.
He no-turned.
He no-turned. I almost thought like there was a tire loose or something, just went into the wall. But
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't that. Just
because it didn't even look like he attempted to turn.
No, the car was not behaving. Yeah. That's another thing. So we were talking about Magnussen earlier and the Mick. They started P5 and P6, and they didn't get nothing out of that.
Not a single thing.
I was really rooting for Mick this week.
I know. This looked like his chance.
Possibly, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it seems like we talk about him week in and week out.
Yeah.
All for nothing.
I see what you did.
What?
So this week I'm not drinking a beer. I don't know, is that a beer in your...
No. It's water.
Yeah. We, at the wedding, or after the wedding.
After the wedding.
Because we definitely didn't have any beers before the wedding.
I had 2 beers at the golf course.
Oh, that's like hours before. That doesn't count.
Yeah.
By the way, speaking of beers at the golf course, your dad did a Bloody Mary.
Mm-hmm.
That just sounded... I'm like jealous I didn't think of that.
I know. It was good.
Oh, did you try it?
Mm-hmm. It's quite good.
Like, I definitely want to do... Okay, so if we went to our favorite golf course, Hoots Hollow...
Shut up.
And asked for a Bloody Mary at 6 o'clock, do you think they have the stuff to make a Bloody Mary?
6 a.m.?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they?
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, is that the type of place that's going to have like, Bloody Mary mix and everything for you?
Yeah, it's a golf course.
Okay. Doesn't mean all golf courses are the same.
Every golf course has Bloody Mary mix.
Okay. Well, I'm going to
That's a very standard drink at a golf course, is a Bloody Mary.
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Very much so.
Well, now I'm going to get one every time.
Because a lot of people drink those in the morning.
Yeah. By the way, when I told everyone that we had like a 6:30 a.m. tee time, everyone's like, I didn't know you could play golf that early. Like, it's like the best time to play some golf.
When you told that to who?
Multiple people.
What do you, like...
I was like, yeah, we had a 6:30 tee time.
Like guys at work?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, that's really early. That's too early for golf.
But not really. I mean, you're up and working at 6:30.
Right. The sun's coming out. It's not too hot yet.
Instead, yeah, you're golfing, which is like a lot more fun than work.
Right. And in the summertime, when it's 100 degrees outside.
It's beautiful.
Beautiful time. Beautiful time to go golfing.
Mm-hmm.
So, but anyway, we kind of alcoholed out over the weekend.
You bitch.
Well, I mean, you're drinking a water too, aren't you?
I drank a beer when I got home on Sunday.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Attaboy. Well, you had a long drive. What time did you leave Nebraska?
5:36.
So you didn't get home till late?
9:15.
Oh, you made good time.
Normal time?
Normal time, yeah.
Yeah, and then I had to back the trailer up, and I wasn't about to unload that trailer, so we came in and ate. And then basically got ready for bed, crawled into bed. I started watching a little bit of the race, but I was kind of on Facebook and stuff, so I didn't get to see much. So I just restarted it yesterday and completely watched it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we watched Sunday night when we got home. We had started watching, it's on HBO Max, The Time Traveler's Wife.
TV show, not movie.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, there was a movie 20 years ago or so. Well, now they're making a TV series out of it.
Yeah, you said it's really good.
Yeah, we watched 3 or 4 more episodes of it. Really, really, really good. I mean, it was like 10 o'clock, and I was still planning on going to work at that point.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then, like, there was one more episode to get caught up, and I was like,
Guess I'm gonna watch this and not go to work.
Guess I'm not gonna go to work. I'll be honest though, I woke up the next day. Man, I was so tired.
Were you sore?
Yeah.
I was so sore.
I was sore.
I'm still sore.
I was sore on the way, like, because I'd say like 99% of the time I do all the driving.
Mm-hmm.
Alicia not that she doesn't want to, but like when we do road trips or something like that, I always drive. On the way back, because we stopped at Zona Rosa, because there's a men's warehouse literally right off the highway. So stop there, drop off my suit, hop back in the car, and the whole time down, I'm like rubbing my legs in here because like there's a couple things I noticed. It's like, yeah, too much heat, too much beer, not enough water, not enough sleep. Not a good combination whatsoever.
Not a fun combo.
And I got back in the car. I'm like, honey, can you please drive? Because
gosh, my dogs are barking.
I'm hurting, and I actually fell asleep.
Wow. Does Alicia sleep in the car a lot?
No, I don't think either one of us normally do.
I love sleeping in the car.
I don't, because like every little bump or anything like that wakes me up.
Oh, not me, man.
Oh, yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah. Beautiful drive, though.
It is such a beautiful drive.
It was a very pretty drive.
You get like that spring, summer, fall.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. Winter, not cool.
Very green, very pretty.
Yes. And especially in the fall when all the leaves change, there's so many trees.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. I don't mind that drive at all. I really don't. It goes by pretty quick, too.
It's not too bad. It's definitely, I'd say it's just long enough to where it becomes a long drive. You know what I mean?
It's when you hit St. Joe on the way back that you're like, oh my gosh, can I get this over? Because once you hit St. Joe, a lot of the scenery's gone. You're getting into Kansas City. There's not a lot of scenery with Kansas City, and then you get south of Kansas City, and you're like, oh, I'm not that far away, but it feels like forever.
Yeah, when you're coming in to Kansas City on I-29, and you get like 3 or 4 minutes where you get a really pretty skyline picture. But that's it, and then you're just highways and whatever else. That's it.
Yep.
Yeah, but. Yeah, no, that was a nice drive. So, did I tell you what happened Friday night about like how long or what time we left to come up there?
No.
Okay, yeah, because I didn't know if I talked to you because you were busy. You know, he doesn't have enough time to talk to me. But
okay.
Yeah. Anyway,
somebody didn't come out Friday night. Could have talked to you then.
No. Okay. So, we'll get there.
Okay.
We'll get there. We got time. I know everyone else wants to listen to this too, I'm sure. But anyway, no, they, so I told Alicia that let's leave at noon. That way we have plenty of time to get up there, get to the hotel, sit down for 30 minutes, and then, go to the rehearsal dinner. And I said 12, knowing in my head, well, that gives us like an hour to get going and not worry about it. Well, she didn't get home. So, Friday morning, she's like, I don't like the dress that I have to wear.
Oh, no.
So, she went to buy another one. She didn't get home till, I want to say like 12:30, 12:45. And then she had this rub-on spray tan stuff that Katie uses, that she turned Alicia onto these. So, we did... She made me help her with that, and that took a while. I walked out the house at 2 o'clock, got in the car, we drove down the road, and she's like, I forgot my phone. So then I didn't get on the highway till 2:30, and the rehearsal dinner was at 6. And she's like, oh, well, she's like, so we get going, she's like, well, the rehearsal dinner's at 7, right? I'm like, no, it's at 6, and he wants us there at 5:45. And she's like, oh, and like the deal said 6:10 arrival. So I'm like, well, challenge accepted. I rolled in at 5:40, baby. Allegedly rolled in at 5:40.
Yeah, you rolled in about 6 o'clock.
No, it was 5:40. It definitely was.
Okay.
5:45.
Okay.
I'm serious.
It doesn't matter.
But
it was fine. It worked out.
I'm telling you, because it wasn't until we got past Nebraska City. And I'm looking at the time, and it's saying we're going to get there about 5:40, 5:45. I'm like, okay, I can actually relax. I'm not going to get there late. Because Ilsha's like, Jake's not going to be mad. I'm like, no, Jake's going to be a little groomzilla about this. And then we didn't even start like rehearsing till like 7. I could have showed up at 6:30.
Yeah, you could have.
No, I'm happy I showed up when I did. I
Yeah.
had a good time. The rehearsal dinner was good.
It was.
It was good.
It was fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Speaking of that, Jake got me a poster for a really really nice. I'm looking into getting a nice frame for it.
I thought about doing that and framing it for you, and then I looked at the price of frames, and I was like, I don't like it that much.
Yeah.
I spent the most amount of money on your gift.
Really?
Yep.
I'm Luke's bag.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't more than that?
Nope.
Really?
Nope.
Oh, I would have thought that bag looked nice.
It is a nice bag, but those posters, it's Formula One.
Oh, I know.
And then it's a high quality print.
Yes.
And it's a pretty good size.
Well, because Alicia's like, Alicia got mad because I didn't show her. It's a poster of Charles Leclerc's Ferrari from last year, I believe.
I think it's this year.
No, it's last year.
It is?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
It's definitely not the new car.
Oh.
But anyway, really nice poster. But I unrolled it just enough to see what it was, and then I like rolled it back up, and Alicia's like, "Well, why didn't you show me?" I'm like, "Cause that's a nice freaking print, and I didn't want to pull it out of the deal."
Yeah.
Yeah, until I get it in the deal. But it's one of these days when we get this the pod here set up. That will be one of the first things hanging up in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the photo of us frolicking.
And then for sure.
Frolicking photo.
For sure. We need to post that one on Twitter too.
Yeah. Oh, that would be a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the photo we're talking about is one of like it was the groom's party, whatever, and ushers, and it's us frolicking along, and just having a good time. All the guys being dudes being guys.
Yeah, and I want to say that was my idea.
Was it?
Yeah, I was like, we should frolic.
Is that what you said?
I did, and then someone else was like, that's frolicking.
Dude, I swear I said that. Okay,
No.
I'll let you have this one.
No, I definitely did.
All right.
I definitely did. Sorry, I know it's your wedding and all, but you don't get all the credit.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It was a great photo.
It was a great. It turned out way better than I could have possibly imagined. Because like when you're doing it, you just feel goofy as fuck.
No.
And then
I don't.
And then like you see the picture and like, oh man, everyone's like,
yeah, having fun.
Yeah, everyone's having fun. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
What's up with you not smiling in a lot of the photos?
Uh,
You look mad in some of them.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Oh.
Sorry about that. I'm sure there's definitely some times where I was just kind of like dozing off into the distance, you know, like staring, and I was like, oh, I need to smile.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of surprised because I know I definitely like most of those. I mean, that gal took thousands of pictures. I'm sure there's a good one up there where I did smile.
Yeah, but the whole thing is it wasn't about you smiling.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's true.
It just ruined the photo.
No, it didn't ruin shit.
No, it didn't. It was perfectly fine.
Yeah. And
it was funny.
I did smile in other pictures, so.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
The photos turned out great.
I should have, you know what would have been funny? I mean, you guys wouldn't have thought it was funny. But every time she said serious pose, do a smile. And then
that's funny.
And then every smiling pose, do.
Man, that's so funny.
You would think it's funny.
Yeah.
Katie might not.
No.
No.
And understandable.
She probably wasn't happy about the fact that I didn't smile in some of those pictures.
Like, and dude, this one, you were looking dead at the camera and like maybe a quarter of a soft smile. Look at that.
Oh, that's just like, I know I'm too good for this.
Yeah, that was one of them. Another one, you're just like...
That's more of a smile than I thought I had.
Look at this. Picture. You're looking straight at the camera, and you look like you're just mad.
Damn, I'm good looking, though.
Yeah, you looked great.
Yeah, thank you.
You want to say that back? Here's another one. Here's another great one.
You're the
Look at this. Look at that.
Which one's that one? I don't remember that one.
It's when Katie and I are like walking ahead of everybody.
Oh, well, okay, so... okay, yeah.
Everyone Literally every single person.
is smiling
except
for me.
Luke. Luke doesn't.
Oh, let me see.
Luke doesn't look like he knows what's going on.
Attaboy. It's hot out there. It's hard to keep focus.
It wasn't that hot in the shade, though.
Oh yeah, it was miserable. I don't know how we even survived, if I'm honest with you.
It could have been worse.
It definitely could have been worse. I thought it was going to be worse. Like Luke's like, I didn't realize there was going to be AC here.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No, we were talking about that. You guys did not do a good job of describing the facilities.
Did we need to? We need to give you a rundown of, oh, hey, guess what? This is where we're getting married, and you want all the details. No, you know what your job was? Show up.
Okay, true. Very true. But once we realized it was going to be 100 degrees, we're all like, fuck. We're going to have to be out in the heat for like hours before this wedding. And then you show up and it's like, oh no, we can just go inside. Okay.
Yeah.
This isn't bad at all.
I told you that.
No.
Yes, I did, because you said, what you said was,
I'm sure
nope,
you're busy.
Nope. This was even before we got there. This was last week. Because I said, have you checked the weather? And then we talked about it, and you were like, oh yeah, let's probably just going to like sit in the car. And I said, she can go inside. It's cool in there. You didn't add 1 + 1? Too mathy for you?
No, okay. I thought pictures and stuff would take more time.
Oh yeah, no, she was really good about that.
So
get them out.
Yeah, I thought we were going to end up being outside for more of that, like from 2:30 to 5.
And we were in shaded area the entire time.
We were not outside for maybe 40 minutes.
Yeah.
If that.
Total. And there were breaks in between.
There was breaks in between. Yeah, because we probably rehearsed the wedding for like 20 minutes and then 20 minutes of pictures, and there was a gap in between those two things.
No, our photographer, she did a great job.
Yeah.
She built in plenty of time because she knew it was going to be hot.
Oh yeah, she did a good job.
She did great.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. Man, now that we haven't even. Okay, well, let's steer back onto a little bit F1, kind of wrap some things up with that. Steer. What did you think of Leclerc's pass on Bottas in that chicane? Dude just cut the corners. Like,
that was the best.
He didn't even go. He didn't even turn the car.
That was the best. That was the best pass of the weekend. Oh wait, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that was the best.
That was incredible.
That was a like, oh wow, that is what you want to see. That's exciting.
That was nuts.
Not blow by passes.
No. That was like, so Bottas went to the corner, goes wide into the corner, turns in, goes back to go wide again, and Leclerc comes in, and as Bottas goes past or goes into that corner, here comes Leclerc, just cuts literally straight underneath of him.
Yeah. Watching that replay, it's like, how did he not end up in the wall?
That was impressive.
Yeah. I don't think that wall collected anybody this weekend, which was kind of
the wall of champions.
Hey, I was trying to fish to see if you knew. Yeah,
I got it.
Yeah,
wall of champs.
Yeah.
That was cool.
I was kind of hoping Max would get in there.
Shut up.
Oh, jeez, I'm just saying. I mean, he's a champion now.
Oh yeah.
So
you thought I would have got him?
Yeah, I got him.
I
don't know though.
He's too good for that.
I don't know if Hamilton's ever been in that wall or not. I don't think he has. Off the top of my head, I don't think he has. But I could be wrong on that.
So the other thing with Leclerc was that he very well could have finished higher if he didn't have that slow pit stop. Because he came out to P12.
Yeah, that was during the second. No, he didn't.
No, he just pitted.
He just pitted by. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the virtual safety cars did not help. Wow, it got quiet.
Yeah.
The AC kicked off. Anyway, the virtual safety cars did not help Leclerc at all, because everybody around him got cheaper stops.
They got cheap pit stop, and he was on hard tires and needed to work his way up anyway.
Right, so. And he needed to go longer. So, really everyone gained, 15 seconds on him because of that. Maybe not quite that. Maybe 10 seconds, I believe. I don't remember.
Like that,
it's a fast pit lane there.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, the first time that I saw it, I think was maybe Gasly when he pitted, when they showed it. Like, he was going straight and he was on the tail end of I don't even remember who's on the tail end of, and he just like keeps going straight, and I was like, oh no, what's about to happen? And then it was like,
Yes.
oh, he
That's
was going into the pits.
Yeah, so it's a very fast entry to pits, and then when you exit, you skip the first turn
Yep.
and feed into the second.
Yep.
So it's a very fast pit stop delta, which makes it interesting. I think it is. It opens up strategy a little bit when the pit stops are as fast as they can be there.
Yeah.
It is weird seeing, like, usually when you see the other car coming down the straight, you're like, oh yeah, he's gonna get out ahead of him, or get,
One way or another, it's easy to tell who's going to be ahead.
Right. Not
This
so easy
one,
to tell.
no. Canada was not, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Because a couple times I remember watching and thinking, oh, like he's got him covered off, and then nope. They come by and they're ahead.
Well, Hamilton came out in front of Verstappen,
Yep.
and Verstappen was. No, actually, I'm sorry. Verstappen came out behind Hamilton.
Yeah.
And he was.
Max was not happy.
Max was not happy. And then they came over the radio and was like, yeah, no, you weren't fast enough to. Yeah.
I mean, it was fine, though, because, he overtook Hamilton pretty quick.
Pretty quick. That lap. I mean, Hamilton.
Yeah.
You could tell Hamilton's like, yeah, I'm not in the same fight here.
Yeah.
So keep on going down the road there,
Good
buddy.
for him for having the wherewithal and the,
Yeah.
heads up to do that.
Yeah.
It was good stuff. I don't know. I enjoyed it. Maybe it wasn't incredibly thrilling as years past because I haven't ever seen a Canadian GP.
No,
it
it was a good race.
But I thought it was a good one.
Yeah.
The 40 or 50 laps were pretty dang good. The last 20 were maybe a little bit boring, but it wasn't terrible.
Well, I mean, not every race can be amazing.
Yeah.
They can't all be that awesome like the first couple races were this year. We were getting spoiled.
We were very spoiled.
Early this year, so.
That's okay.
But the Canadian race, that's more of a typical F1 race, I feel like. Same with the Baku race, so.
Good job, Canada.
Good job, Canada. Yeah.
So it's sounding like Spa Francorchamps might be not a thing, huh?
What's that? Why?
I don't know. Maybe I think they're still going to race there this year, but possibly in the future.
Yeah, so...
Which, if they take off Spa Francorchamps, I'm going to be extremely upset.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Because you know exactly what track that is.
Belgium.
Yes. Hey, good job.
Suck on that.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. Someone's definitely going to lose a spot because Vegas is coming in next year. And I believe someone else got a contract, too, for next year. And it's just... So
Australia was extended.
Australia was extended, yeah. So that's going to be kind of a bummer to lose. I imagine there's going to be someone out of the European season that we're going to lose, which is a shame. Every European race should have a spot in the calendar, in my opinion. But
because that's who's kept F1 alive.
Well, that's where it started, and most of those tracks are classic tracks.
Yeah.
So, but in a week and a half time from now, they are going to be going to Great Britain.
Yes.
So I don't think we're probably will we have a podcast after that race?
We might. It's probably going to be pretty late in the week, though, because we get back. We're going on our honeymoon.
Yeah.
We get back on the 5th, which is a Tuesday.
Ooh. Yeah. So.
But I should be able to watch it while in Mexico.
Right.
So.
If we were good, we'd have the setup so he could just record it from Mexico.
Yeah, but you won't be in Mexico.
Well, but we could just do like...
Those never sound good.
They actually, most of them do it that way now.
Oh, okay.
We're just not good enough to do that.
We're not.
We don't have the setup to do that, and we're not going to get the setup to do that the next week and a half. So
it might be just late that.
Might be late that week, or we might not do it. But I do think we'll probably have one next week, a preview.
Yep, we will, because we don't leave till Thursday. So
of the Great Britain
Grand
Prix
preview.
So what we'll do, I think we'll do the same thing that we did for the last preview.
Yeah.
And I'll make Jake
watch an old race.
Make Jake watch an old one. I've already decided what it is.
Oh, are you going to tell me?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you right now. And this way also anyone that is listening can watch along as well.
Mm-hmm.
So for this race, I've chosen the 2008 British Grand Prix.
Okay.
It's a wet one.
Ooh, all right.
And,
got me interested.
Yeah, it's a decent race, So, yeah, that would be Hamilton's championship here, his first championship. many years ago, when he was a youngish man. Second season in F1.
2008 was the second season?
I believe so. Yeah, okay. 07 was his first.
Wow.
So
champion his second year.
Yeah. Well, and he finished second his first year, tied with Alonso.
Okay. Yeah.
So, yeah, get to watch Kimi Räikkönen. Let's see, Felipe Massa. Who else would there be then? Not a whole lot of other people. Vettel.
Let's say Vettel would be in there. Yeah.
Yeah, but he would be in the Toro Rosso. He wasn't even in Red Bull yet. So
wow.
that would have been Vettel's rookie year.
You know, one other thing that I found interesting from this weekend that I found out was that Sainz and Verstappen raced at Toro Rosso together.
Yes, they did.
Did not know that.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe that would have been Verstappen's rookie year. So that would have been 2015 or 2016. Something like that. Been a while now. Yeah. Sainz has been around a while. Verstappen's been around a while.
7 years.
So I think the last podcast or two podcasts ago, you mentioned that Verstappen had tied and then passed Vettel on podiums. I don't know if I mentioned it then, so I'm going to mention it now. It took Verstappen like 160 races to get that many podiums, and Vettel got it in like 97.
Yeah, I know.
Now, there was a lot less.
I think Max's was 125.
It was 150 something.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
Whatever.
Just saying, yeah. I mean, Vettel was in a much more competitive...
I was going to say, wasn't in Vettel in like the dominant car where they won 4 championships in a row?
Yes.
And Max had to start against Mercedes for 7 years.
Yes. Let's see. So, in Vettel's first year, they were not the fastest, and he did not win. He won some races that year in 2009.
Okay.
But really, two of those 4 years, they had a dominant car. But nothing I'd say in the same ballpark as Mercedes domination, except for maybe the second half of 2013.
Gotcha.
So
cool.
Yeah. Anyway.
Well, with that, folks, I think we're probably going to wrap this one up.
Wow. Yeah, I think so. It's time to go home.
I know it is.
Yeah.
I need a nap.
Yeah, I'm feeling you.
I'm tired, man.
I think I'm right there with you. So.
Yeah, but I'm going to have to go play with my dog first.
All right. Well, you guys all have a good week.
Yeah,
and
hey,
we
if
will
you
see you. What?
Well, okay.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I was just going to say, if you enjoy us.
Oh, yeah.
Leave us a rating on Apple or Spotify.
Yeah.
Under F1 Offtopic.
Yeah. Follow us on Twitter.
At F1 Offtopic.
Yeah, like our stuff on Twitter. Share our stuff on Twitter. Do all
Give
that
us
stuff.
a shout out. Say congratulations on your marriage. Check out that really good photo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Beautiful photo.
Yeah.
So good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks everybody for listening. We appreciate all of you. MJ, what's up? Thought I wasn't going to shout you out, but I did.
You had to sneak one in there at the end.
Get you in there every week.
All right. Well, I did that out.
You better not.
All right, guys.
Have a good week.
Ciao.
Hit stop. Oh my gosh. Okay, I guess we're still rolling. So now I hope you guys have a good week. Bye.